Biden's gaffe about the Inflation Reduction Act earns community note and lots of mockery. Uh, we all know Biden is an idiot. He's corrupt. He lies, and the mainstream media protects him. But I'm glad that X, formerly Twitter, has that community guidelines now. Community notes now, where they can correct his lies and point out that he's being disingenuous. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. Joe Biden has spent the past week vacationing in Lake Tahoe. Throughout his time in office, he has actually been on vacation for nearly 40% of the duration, possibly more than anyone else. In addition to this, there have been instances of him starting his work days late and days when he appears to have very little or nothing on his public schedule. This raises questions, especially as he proclaims his intention to run for office again. Presently, he isn't even fully capable of fulfilling his role. Everyone notices it. And even though the intention might have been to prevent Biden from making mistakes and causing distractions by keeping him away from the public eye, the strategy doesn't appear to have succeeded. During his Lake Tahoe trip, a controversy arose over his decision to vacation following the devastating fire in Maui that claimed numerous lives. While spending a week in Lake Tahoe, he only dedicated about 5 hours of that time to visiting the affected area in Hawaii. However, even within that short span, Biden managed to upset people by discussing his kitchen fire and then departing. It was despicable. He was like, I could have lost my dog, I could have lost Jill, but people lost their lives. They don't care about a stupid kitchen fire, man. But this incident highlighted his priorities and his tendency to make everything about himself. He hurried back to his spin at Pilates class that he and his extended family were attending in Lake Tahoe. Subsequently, there were instances where Biden appeared to deviate from his handler's guidance and made peculiar statements to journalists. He smirked while commenting on former President Donald Trump mugshot, bizarrely calling him handsome. He also hinted at the possibility of resuming COVID vaccine efforts, complimented reporters' bicep, and denied reports suggesting the special counsel in his classified documents case wanted to speak with him, despite evidence to the contrary. During a significant portion of this time, he faced loud boos and shouts, which greatly displeased him. Furthermore, Biden, or rather his team, continued to portray him as hard at work despite his frequent vacations. They shared an image of him explaining Bidenomics on a whiteboard, which backfired and led to people ridiculing him. His team seemed oblivious to the internet's first rule: avoid standing near anything that could be photoshopped into endless memes. And that's not all. While attempting to boast about the Inflation Reduction Act, which y'all know I've been on it since he put it out there. I've been covering the Inflation Reduction Act, but which is not about reducing inflation, but rather about increasing spending on climate change. Biden made a significant error. He stated, quote, "The Inflation Reduction Act is projected to help triple wind power and increase solar power eightfold, while electricity deployed through the U.S. power grid is expected to be powered by 81% clean energy by 2023. The flaw in his statement was immediately evident. The post went viral with over 2 million views, and Biden faced widespread mockery for his promise to achieve this by the current year. His intended target was actually 2030. Although that goal is equally implausible, rushing to meet it could severely harm the energy industry, but this aspect doesn't seem to factor into their thinking. Biden was exposed for his mistake with the community note pointing out that he was off by about 7 years. This blunder not only led to mockery, but also prompted many to challenge the accuracy of his claims. Some suggested that he must have written the statement himself, given how badly it was botched. But let me know what you think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.